terms of living experiences from Western Europe, where it comes to fuel supply, green fuel supply into the maritime space, as well as creating the bunkering infrastructure. Where do you see public-private partnership succeeding in Western Europe? And what can India learn from that?
I think we can see not just in Western Europe, but also in other places of the world, both the US and Australia, some of the places where we have green corridor projects. And there are definitely difficulties for the public ports to go into the collaborations that we set up. But so far, nothing that we've not been able to overcome. They might have limitations in terms of what they can do and what decisions they can make, but they also, on the other hand, have benefits in their proximity to legislation and regulatory bodies. So government collaborations through the ports can actually sometimes be initiated through this, and where they are like publicly owned, whether it's a local municipality that owns the port, or whether it's a state-owned port, or whether it's on a federal level, we can see that there's definitely an interest. I mean, some of the examples is, I can step a little bit outside the hydrogen space, but into electrification, there's definitely benefits for the cities that sit close to the ports. If, for instance, installation of onshore power supply is done, we have examples from the US West Coast where the noise reduction from not having the vessels running on the auxiliary engines when they are in port, and the cleaner air that they get from not having the motors running, is a huge benefit for not just immediate people working around that ship, so the workers in the quayside, but also for the rest of the cities. So this is where I think when you build that cost model, find all of those other things where the public area touches the private, that would be a benefit for the green transition, not just in terms of the CO2 reduction, which still is very important and should be a driver, but also all the other things that come with this. It creates the workspace, both in terms of the construction of the infrastructure, but also longer terms in operating them. So there's a lot of benefits that has to be taken into account in these calculations that are not just the monetary contributions towards a business case. And I think that's where the public-private relationships are really strong.